Speak on great one.
What's your all's focus this week heading into the Samford game?
Just getting better. Everybody concentrating and focusing and just really getting better. That's it.
Are you looking to mix some guys in the offensive line?
Yeah, we're every job's up for grabs. We're evaluating everything. Every position is open. We're looking to put the most 11 competitive guys on the field, guys that want to compete like crazy. Those are the guys we're looking to put out there.
Talk about the line and what you've seen in the first 3 weeks. How far have they come? I mean, there's a lot of young guys in there to start out with.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tough position because there's 5 guys, and they all have to do the right thing at the right time. So it is a tough position to play. A lot of times it takes some time to, get the chemistry going. And they've been up against some competitive, people that they've been playing with. But we need to feel the urgency here and get a lot more competitive really fast.
Lucas in there last week for the first time. Was that because of what he had been doing in practice?
We're really excited about Lucas coming out of training camp. He's physical, he's big. It took a little bit longer for him to learn everything that he was supposed to do. And the last couple of weeks, he has shown us that he has learned a lot more, and he can handle himself out there, meaning when the fronts change or when the 3 techniques lines up, then he moves to a 1. That changes everything for him, and you got to react to it fast. And so that's why he got out there last week, and he did a pretty good job.
Bobby was complimentary of Keola Mahoney. Do you see him factoring?
Keola should. He's a tough guy, very competitive kid. He's another one, but he got here late, in the summertime, so he didn't get a lot of the teaching in the summer. He got dropped right into training camp, and things were moving fast, so it's taken him a little bit longer to learn what we're doing and then fit it to what the defense is doing. But I see him coming along, and he could help us because, like I said, he's very competitive.
How difficult is it to be a center at this level, and how do you see that playing out?
Well, it's really hard, on this level because first thing, you touch the ball first, and you got to deliver the football to the quarterback. But nowadays, the defenses are so complex. There's 3 down, there's 4 down, there's stem. They yell out the cadence at the line of scrimmage, and you got to really focus on our quarterback's cadence. So there's a lot that goes into it. You got to make calls when the fronts change and pressures are coming. So there's a lot that goes into it. There's no doubt.
Garrick, while you have obviously none of the quarterbacks has stepped up and separated themselves, but are you seeing improvement from all 4 of them?
They're doing a good job. We just need to do a better job on game day of managing the game, of really concentrating and focusing for an extended period of time. That we could play really well for, a couple of series and then flatline for 2 series. Or, that position is about who can concentrate and focus the longest. And that's what we've shown, that we could, go into a tank for a couple of series and then come back and make a couple of plays. And some of the series are 10-play series. Well, that means 10 straight plays in a row. You have to be completely wired in, and the defense is going to change, and it's going to be tough out there. And so that's what we're struggling with, just finding someone that can concentrate consistently for 4 straight quarters.
It can be the littlest thing too, right? I'm assuming. It could be something major or something really small. So it's the minute details.
Well, there's a lot of small things that happen, that can change everything. The safety's standing outside the hash, 3 yards outside the hash, or he's standing on the hash. Well, that's a totally different defensive structure, and we're talking about just 3 yards difference. So there is a lot that you got to figure out, but they're trained to figure it out. They just got to concentrate, keep their eyes in the right spot, be really disciplined with their technique and disciplined with what they're taught. And they can do it. They just got to, pretty much commit to doing it.
What's the next step for Mickey Crum?
Well, he's playing in a position where we got a lot of really good guys. Keith's back healthy. He is 100% now. Cole Hicatini is 100% now. Charles had an ankle sprain a couple of weeks ago, but he's back and he's 100%. So, the competition level has really went up on the practice field at that position. So the first thing he's got to do is meet that competition at practice and outperform and outcompete those guys on the practice field. And then when we get in the game, he's one of the ones also. This is his first year out there with him redshirting last year. He made some critical mistakes in the game. And he knows what to do. It was just a lack of concentration at that time. He would come to the sideline and say, I knew that. So it's just going to, take some time. Hopefully, that it's only going to take about 48 hours because we got another game coming up that we got to win. But we just got to react to it and respond to it.
You
And
mentioned
so
the
much-
sense of urgency. Are you seeing it out of these guys this week?
Yes, no doubt.
What do you think about Mickey's receiving that he's had going back to the Houston game and just some of just his pass catching ability?
Well, Mickey, if you watch Mickey's highlight tape from high school, Mickey is a tremendous athlete. He can run, he can jump, he can catch. That's never been, Mickey's issue. He's done that well, but there's a lot more that goes into playing that position, than just running and catching. But he is a quality football player. He's a very valuable player on our football team. We need him to come through. He just got to understand, how important every single second of the game is. And once he understands that, I think he'll be a dominant player.
Why do you think the rushing attack has not been more effective?
Yeah, well, last weekend, those guys loaded the box, and it forced us to throw the ball every time. And that's something that we're gonna address this weekend. We have to get more rushing yards. The way you win games is you run the ball, and you force the defensive coordinator to have to defend the run and the pass. So when we talk about mixing it up, we're talking about being able to run it and pass it. That keeps the defensive coordinator off balance. It forces the defensive front to play out of a run stance because instead of just pass rushing all day, which takes a lot of pressure off the quarterback and the offensive line. So there's no doubt that we understand and we've been working, that we need to run the football better and we need to make some adjustments to what we're doing so that we can produce more rushing yards.
Are you better right now, one back, two back?
It matters. At times we've been good in both.
Here, just make sure I heard you right. Did you say Tobridge is 100%?
Tobridge is 100% he can play. Yeah.
All right, Coach. What have you guys?
All right. Thank
Good.
you.